Good evening everyone, welcome back to the MCM Outdoor Show. In this video I'm going to talk to you about this excellent bit of kit. It's an ultralight folding table by Cascade Wild. Before I show you the table in a bit more detail, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. It's made by Cascade Wild and it's ultralight and it weighs in at 65 grams. Which for any of you gram counters out there is very light. It's really portable, comes in a really small package, really thin. I'm going to put all the dimensions in the description of the video below, but it's tiny. So without further ado, I'm going to show you it in full detail, talk to you about it, show you how it can enhance your wild camping trips, and talk you through some of the features of this brilliant little piece of kit which are going to really enhance your wild camping experience. So when you take your table out of the packaging, it's going to look like this, really portable and compact, and it's buttoned together with these two press studs. But the weight of it, it says 60 grams, it's slightly over that by my reckoning. The average weight of them is 65 grams. And it's made out of corrugated plastic, which has air-filled flutes, which has a really high strength to weight ratio. Like I say, 60 grams or 65 grams, it's not going to break the bank in terms of weight adding to your pack weight at all. But it comes like this and it's really compact. Now if I get the tape measure out here, I will just give you the dimensions of this package. It's just over 30 centimeters in length, and at its widest it's about 9 centimeters wide, and then width, the thickness of it, it's just about 2 centimeters. So there you go, that's giving you an idea of the dimensions. Really small, that can fit along the back of your rucksack. You can put it in one of the side pockets. There's really no excuse. Strap it to the front. You can imagine you can just fit that anywhere in your pack. It's not a bulky item, and it's made out of this plastic material which is white clean. Heat isn't an issue. Putting hot cups, hot beverages, hot cooking vessels on top of it, which I'm going to show you in a bit. I'm going to demonstrate that. We have a customary can of Brewdog IPA, and the table is weight rated up to 10 pounds or 4.5 kilos. I don't know what you're going to be taking on a wild camp that weighs 10 pounds that you're going to place on this, but it's just peace of mind knowing that it can handle those type of weights. So how do you construct the table from the way it's packed at the moment? Well, you have two sturdy press studs. Here you can see the table then opens out like that, like a book. Really simple. Fold these bits out, and there's small Velcro tabs here, and you can see literally just Velcros together there like that. Repeat the same on the other side, and it really is just that simple. There you go. So this is the table opened out, and just do a quick 360 for you. You can see another little feature on each side. There's this reflective strip, which if it's dark and you've got this in the awning of your tent, your head torch is going to be reflected in that. There's another little aid to finding your way back to your tent, and that is repeated on the other side. Another handy little feature is you can button two of these tables together to double your surface area, and at 120 grams roughly carrying weight, that's it's not going to break the bank, and you're giving yourself that much more usable surface area. It's got a wipe clean surface, which is a good job because my beer has just spilt on that, but I really like it because it keeps your stuff off the ground, it keeps it clean, it keeps it out of the mud, and it just keeps things that more organised around camp. Another good thing that you can do with it is when you're going to bed, You know what it's like when you're in your tent. Some people are quite disorganised, there's bits of kit everywhere. Turn it upside down, stash, I mean, I'm just using a cup for example, put your keys in there, wallet, loose chains, and it's all going to be kept in this tray, and it just means that things are that bit more organised. It stops bits just being lost under your sleeping bag and things like that. So like I say, I really like it, and I got this one from Valley and Peak. Excellent service. I'm going to leave a link to their website where I purchased it from, and at the moment the price is £14.98. Just check the website to make sure you're getting the most up-to-date price. But you get 2 tables for that, and like I say, you can put 2 of them together just to double your surface area, or keep one as a backup. The other good thing to note about this is it's impervious to hot liquids up to around 162 degrees Celsius. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I'm going to put some boiling water in this cup. I'm going to boil the kettle. I'm going to pour it directly into that, and you know, we're going to have a look in real time as to whether the table stands up. I'm going to spill a bit of the boiling water directly onto the surface of the table and just show you how it stands up. But for staying organised around camp, it's absolutely brilliant. And what I personally like about it is there's nothing to break on it, and there are no moving parts as such. There's no hinges. It's not going to rust. If you get it dirty, you can just wipe it clean with a wet rag, and it's absolutely foolproof. You know, buttons together, and there you go. Really simple. That is it. Really good bit of kit. Look how thin it is. Look at the profile of it. There's probably no excuse for not sticking that in your backpack. So let's have a look at how it deals with some boiling water. First of all, in the cup, and then secondly, we're going to spill some water directly onto the surface of the table. Just boiled. So there we are, directly onto the surface in this thin cup. There's no issues there whatsoever, no melting. Let's pretend we've had a mishap. Boiling water. Okay, we spilt some. No problem whatsoever. We're literally going to get a towel, wipe that off. I'm going to check that the surface hasn't melted or become really flexible in any way. So we're just going to remove that just for safety's sake when we're doing this video. Tea towel, mop up the excess there. But as you can see, there's absolutely no damage to the surface of the table whatsoever. It's not melted, it's not warped, it's absolutely fine. And that is boiling water. So you don't have to worry about damaging it. You've just seen boiling water directly onto the surface of the table. It can stand up to all that. So it's a brilliant bit of kit. And like I've said, the surface is wiped clean. Get a load of mud on it, which you're going to do when you're wild camping. Just a bit of a wet rag, and that is it. And it's just as good as new. You can see there, there's no issues. It's passed the boiling water test. Hot pans, absolutely anything. I've chopped on this. I've had a chopping board on it. I've chopped onions. Like I say, it's rated for 10 pounds or 4.5 kilos. You're not really going to be dealing with that kind of weight on this. The feet, legs, it's sturdy. Like I say, corrugated plastic, but it's brilliant. It's a real no-brainer. I never used to use a table. I had all my gear on the floor, and I'm probably not going to look back now. There'll be no excuse for me not bringing this bit of kit on my future wild camps, or wherever I am, wherever I'm doing in the outdoors. It's just really good, and I can't genuinely praise it highly enough. It's so simple, it just works. Right folks, that pretty much wraps this one up. I'm going to leave you with a bit of footage of the table itself, just in a little bit more detail, but I hope I've just summed up how useful this is. I'm just going to take it apart with one hand. I'm not even paying attention to it when I'm talking to you guys. But it's really cheap, and it doesn't break the bank. And I got it, like I say, from a company called Valley and Peak, and I will leave a link to Valley and Peak in the description below this video. I've used the company a couple of times. They were good enough to send me this video. Did purchase another item from them, and they were in touch, and they asked if I wanted to try it out, which of course looked a great product, so I accepted that offer. But I can't fault it. Again, it's something I've not really used previously on wild camping trips, but the fact that it makes things that more organised, get some of your expensive gear up off the ground. You could use a heat mat on it and have your burner head of your stove on the table with no issues whatsoever. You've seen how resistant it is to heat. But I'm really pleased with it. Valley and Peak, a lot of you may well have ordered items from them previously, and you will know that their service is second to none. Really good communication, absolutely rapid shipping. I'd ordered my item and it has arrived within 24 hours. Absolutely, arrived in the post the next day. The service at Valley and Peak is second to none. Cracking little company, and they have many good products. They have some of their own which they make, and obviously they source other items of ultralight gear. So head over to them, check them out, and if you're in the market for some really well priced outdoor ultralight equipment, have a look at Valley and Peak. I do recommend that you get this, especially Ant. You said you like keeping your gear off the ground, out of the mud, and you're a bit of a clean freak. Well then, this is the answer to your problems. And don't forget the second use as well. Turn it upside down, use it as a tray to make sure your stuff isn't rolling around and disappearing in your tent all night. Cracking bit of kit, and you'll probably see that on most of my videos now to come. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer and start editing that video, and I hope it informs you if you're in the market for something, a product of that nature. So thanks very much for watching. If you found the video useful, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content that we put out, maybe consider subscribing to MCM Outdoor Show. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you're not going to miss any upcoming videos. Also, if you're on Facebook, I have a closed group on there. It's full of like-minded people who enjoy the great outdoors, and it's just a massive knowledge base. If you've got any questions, really friendly bunch. No question is a stupid question. We will have the answer to your question, or if you need any advice, etc. about the great outdoors, wild camping, anything to do with the outdoors. I'm also on Instagram, if you look for MCM Outdoor Show, and Twitter at MCM Outdoor Show. Thanks very much again to Valley and Peak for sending me that table and giving me the opportunity to test and review it for you. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go and enjoy the great outdoors, and I hope you found this video useful. I will see you on the next one.